It is the biggest day in motorsports of the year. That will be tomorrow, beginning with the Grand Prix of Monaco at 8 a.m. Eastern. 20 Formula One drivers will take to the narrow streets of Monaco with Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton as the favorite. Sunday evening, it is the marathon 600-miler from Charlotte starting at 6 Eastern. And the driver to watch, who else but Jimmie Johnson, who has a cup record 7 victories at Charlotte. And then we've got the 99th running of the Indianapolis 500 as that gets underway at noon on ABC. Helio Castroneves finished less than a tenth of a second behind Ryan Hunter-Reay last year. And Castroneves is seeking a record-tying 4th Indy 500 win. For more from the Indy 500, here's our very own Lindsay Czarniak. It is the biggest day in motorsports of the year. That would be tomorrow, beginning with the Grand Prix of Monaco at 8 a.m. Eastern. 20 Formula One drivers will take to the narrow streets of Monaco with Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton as the favorite. And then at noon on ABC, the 99th running of the Indianapolis 500 gets underway. Helio Castroneves finished less than a tenth of a second behind Ryan Hunter-Reay last year. Castroneves is seeking a record-tying 4th Indy 500 win. And then Sunday evening, it is the marathon 600-miler from Charlotte starting at 6 Eastern. The driver to watch, who else but Jimmie Johnson, who has a cup record 7 victories at Charlotte. For more from the Indy 500, here's Lindsay Czarniak. This house, that is a key mindset in the playoffs. And the Golden State Warriors have definitely done that against the Houston Rockets. Down 16 points in Game 1, no sweat. Game 2, they almost blew a 17-point lead, but still found a way to close it out. Now, Steph Curry and company find themselves in prime position. Here's an all-access pass into how the Warriors jumped out to a 2-0 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. Tonight, the UFC light heavyweight title will be on the line in Las Vegas. Jon Bones Jones last defended the title on January 3rd, defeating Daniel Cormier by unanimous decision. But Jones was stripped of the title last month following a hit-and-run accident that he was allegedly involved in. So that means Cormier will get another shot at the title despite the loss, which remains as his only MMA loss. He enters the fight with a 15-1 record with 8 wins by knockout or technical knockout. Now, his opponent tonight, Anthony Johnson, is on a 9-fight win streak dating all the way back to May 2012. This guy is a knockout specialist. 13 of his wins have come by knockout or TKO, and none by submission. 2 of his last 3 wins have come in the first round. He can also help us preview this weekend's UFC 187 event this weekend. He is UFC light heavyweight contender Brendan Schaub. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Yeah, thank you.
So we don't know when Jon Bones Jones will get back in the octagon, but he is still widely considered as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So do you think the winner of this fight should really be considered the champion?
Oh, man, I might take some heat for this. And it's
regardless of who the winner will be, we will have a new light heavyweight champion for the first time since 2011. So meanwhile, we've got the co-main event going on. Chris Weidman will look to defend his middleweight belt against a Brazilian legend in Vitor Belfort. And we saw Weidman pretty fired up during the weigh-ins. So what are you expecting to see him do tonight?
Yeah, I love the weigh-ins. If you haven't seen the weigh-ins, go watch them right now because
pressure whatsoever. Now,
yeah,
Weidman,
right?
Weidman looking for his 3rd straight title defense tonight. Brendan, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
I like the outfit.
I'm trying. I'm trying.